so long is like alchemy.
All right, here we go. IT back in Boston. Very well planned by Cleveland. They did not want Isaiah overexerting himself because he would have been full of emotions. So he sits out the back end of a back-to-back. Now, Kyrie and LeBron didn't exactly dap. Kyrie threw up a deuces sign and LeBron acted like he didn't see him and then proceeded to get to the rim early enough and spin move and finish. But Cleveland groggy on the back end of a back-to-back. They had Portland last night. Kyrie did a little of this, a little of that. 6 assists, 9 rebounds, only 14 attempts. That's beyond spotty, LeBron. It's time to let it go, brother. IT getting the standing ovation. And like I said, I thought it was very smart of them to keep him out. He would have been so full of emotion, he would have pushed the hip too fast, too soon. Now, the only Cavalier that came to play alongside LeBron was Kyle Korver, 5 3-pointers. He was smoking hot in the second quarter, trying to keep Cleveland in this game, but they just looked so slow. LeBron, again, driving left, finishing with the right hand. Kevin Love was actually getting the better of Al Horford until this happened. Rolls the ankle. One looks like LeBron's foot, and it looks like, watch, when you roll it on the high toe, on the toe, right there, right? That looks like a high sprain. He tried to walk it off, but he would leave the game and not return. And then Al Horford's like, oh, y'all forgot, I've got Atlanta knees. When in the world have you seen Al Horford finish like that in the last 4 years? That's good to see if you're a Celtics fan. Smart's normal tenacity up front to the star of the game, Terry Rozier out of Louisville. 20 points off the bench, and his speed was just too much. Tatum's like, I want in on this. You know what he'd do from out there, right? Splash. And like I said, I know it was a back end of a back-to-back, but Boston really made Cleveland look old. Al Horford got his. They had 6 players in double figures, no one eclipsing the 30-minute mark. Kevin Love, helpless from the bench, but let's be honest, would it have really mattered with this speed and athleticism? This is a system they are developing in Boston. Here we go out on the tip, and I'm going to go ahead and nominate the former Cal Bear for the dunk competition. That's too much sauce, Jalen. Pump, reverse, dunk. And Cleveland honestly waved the white flag early. You see Love head to the locker room. And I've talked about this before. Tatum's footwork at 19 years old, maybe unparalleled. And then look at him finish with the left hand on the other side. Imagine when he gets his strength. It's going to be forget about it. Now, this isn't the first time a Kardashian's got a facial, but Rozier serves one up here to finish off the game as Boston easily handles Cleveland. All right, that was very anticlimactic. I thought you'd like to see a closer game down the stretch now. Cleveland played Portland last night, obviously in Isaiah Thomas's return, and they were missing Isaiah. But they just look like a slow team, and they just look like the much older team. The thing that's so impressive about Boston is Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Tatum, Brown. They're all very fast, all very tenacious and athletic, and they cover the perimeter and recover and challenge threes better than any team in the league. And I think that affects a lot of this 5-out offense, a lot of the shooters. Korver got going there briefly in the second quarter, but no one else came to the party, man. And I think they're going to have to make a decision with Tristan Thompson. This bench role thing, I know that they're trading offense for defense, but they're missing the physicality. If you watched the Portland game last night with Cleveland, Nurkic absolutely ate them up, and they've had trouble with bigger post guys. Not that there's a whole lot of them left in the league, but Al Horford had himself a nice, efficient game because they really have no rim protection besides LeBron James. Tristan Thompson, I know, not a rim protector, but he's a space eater, and he's a physical guy. He's going to hard foul you. They kind of missed that, man, because Jae Crowder, he's shooting the ball somewhat well, settling into his role, but Jae Crowder can't jump her over a piece of paper, man. Jae Crowder has no bounce, and they don't have much athleticism. I have a bit of an issue with Ty Lue. I think that he shows his hand too soon a lot of the time, and showing that he would maybe like to use Jeff Green on Kyrie Irving in the playoffs. He showed that in, what are we, January 3rd, 4th here? I mean, come on, Ty Lue. This is chess, not checkers. But it was interesting to see LeBron and Kyrie kind of ignore each other in the beginning of the game when everybody's giving their daps. If Love's, the thing with Love, you say, okay, it didn't look like that bad, maybe a grade 1 high ankle sprain, but Love is not exactly, a durable guy, man. So he's really quietly been their best scorer. And now with IT finally coming back, now you may miss Love for some time. I don't know. Cleveland, it's not like they have, they need the first seed, but they're going to need home court. The East is better. I said this in the beginning of the season. I believe Boston is going to take the first seed, and they are going to eliminate the Cavaliers if they face them in the Eastern Conference. They talked about Derrick Rose, and the telecast was kind of hinting at the fact that he looked just fine warming up. Physically, there was nothing wrong with him. It's here. right? And Derrick, he's not exactly the strongest guy up here, right? So it'll be interesting to see. I don't think the Cavs can rely on him. If you're a Cavs fan, are you really expecting to get Derrick Rose give you anything this season? I think that would be a foolish thing. I think the Cavs have to make a move, man. I know they're still waiting to integrate IT and see what that looks like, but they just don't have any rim protection. They don't have enough athleticism. The league, the space that the game is being played in now, that's fine. You've got shooters, but they can't guard anybody. They don't have enough athleticism. And Boston's just got it, at every position now with the length. And we'll see how these rookies and these young players, because this is something you have to learn. It's an 82-game season, right, for Jason Tatum and Brown in his second year, right? But then going deep into the playoffs, that's a whole nother thing. And you see veterans kind of learn that later, like, how they pace themselves through the season. So it'll be interesting to see what Boston's young players look like, how much gas they have in the tank come April, May, and perhaps June, right? Anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. If you just turned into this channel, give this a shot, man. This isn't some of these other generic views of, the game and the shot. I really watch this shit. I really do this. This is my passion. I study the game. I know the game. I'm here to give you these facts, these opinions, and a little bit of humor. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.